to ArchRivals Football, sponsored by Raz Energy and Steiner Sports. Here is your starting lineup. Number 20, Darnell the Playmaker Sallins. Number 94, Alex the Bearman Kazzaz. Number 69, Ricky the Prez Litwinkowich. And in tribute to our fallen colleague, ArchRivals Football, Ring of Honor member, Alex Fleming. This show is a Pain Train Pipe Bomb production. Welcome everybody to the end of Week 8, beginning of Week 9 here at ArchRivals Football, the full crew in tow. And before we go a little bit further in the show, I just will let everybody know, we are dealing with some technical difficulties this evening. The weather here in New York, under the temperature of 50, raining, windy, disgusting. So if it cuts out at some point on Facebook or any of the other ones, just check all the other pages, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. It may work better there. Felt weird to put on a jacket for once. All right, so I think we're going to start off with some trade talk this evening. And I'm going to shoot over to the Playmaker to lead it off for tonight. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, wait, hold on.
The fact that we couldn't trade.
Start over your part, because the main part was muted, sorry. Go ahead. I'll cut it out.
So, Deshaun Jackson could not find a trade partner, so the Rams cut him. He's free to sign whatever he wants to sign. The Packers have cut Jalen Smith. I wonder what's going on with Jalen Smith. He's been cut twice in the same season.
In a 1 month span.
The Steelers traded Melvin Ingram to the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you think that was a need for the Kansas City Chiefs?
That whole defense needs to be traded. What are you kidding me?
I mean, one little piece of the puzzle. I'm not sure how much good it's going to do for the Kansas City Chiefs, but as Mr. Ricky just said, the entire defense needs some adjustments. But
shout out to Steve Wallman.
Yeah, we had no audio, so you want to go over that beginning part so I can say the boo-hoo shit again?
Oh yeah, I would definitely do that. Hold on. Shout out to the Critical Bear, Steve Wallman. Shout out to John. Thanks for everybody joining us. Make sure y'all share this out and get more people in here. As I said, Deshaun Watson, the trade was not pulled by the Miami Dolphins, so Deshaun Watson is still in Houston.
Boo-hoo!
OBJ is still with the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, poor baby. Pussy hurt. Oh, my God. We had a few extra ones in there.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm done. All right, and the news of all news that happened on yesterday. Future Hall of Famer, Super Bowl 50 MVP, Von Miller, traded from the Denver Broncos to the Los Angeles Rams.
And this is where I'm kind of I'm going to push the envelope here a little bit, because now the LA Rams do not have a pick in next year's draft till the 4th round. Think of that let that marinate for a second. The LA Rams do not have a pick in the 2022 NFL draft till the 4th round.
Yeah. Day 3. But they did say something about, because I was listening to everything that goes on. So there will be some compensatory picks, so there could be some 3rd-round picks coming later.
Could be.
So as officially, Ricky's right. Officially, Ricky's right.
I mean, if the Rams win the Super
get
Bowl,
some
then
Day 2 picks though.
The Rams win a Super Bowl, then it's not going to hurt you.
I get in more into that when I do Ramley Talk on Thursday. I'm gonna save the energy for Thursday.
I will kind of say this before we kind of move on. And I know a lot of people are kind of jumping on this news. I know we really should be jumping into games and going on as we do the show, but I'm not feeling it that tonight. King Henry down for the count. Titans win but lose on Sunday in overtime. The Titans go and sign 36-year-old running back Adrian Peterson to the practice squad, which I can put it to you this way right now. I don't know if he's. I'll be honest. I don't think he's making the team unless they wait like another 3 weeks for that.
I mean, if he's on the practice squad, does that automatically mean there's no chance he plays this week?
Well, no. Well, let's put it this way: when the Baltimore Ravens signed Le'Veon Bell to the contract, right after he got kicked out of Kansas City or whatever, he didn't make the team for like 3 weeks. So let's kind of look at it that way.
Jameis Winston done for the season.
Oh, he got a boo-boo.
Torn ACL, Ricky.
You calling that a boo-boo? That's a torn ACL.
Do we remember that like Joe Theismann back in like the 70s played with like a broken fucking leg? Hello. I mean, come on. Oh, wait.
They ain't
even
you.
Better. Did not Tom Brady, supposedly all of last year, play with some messed up ligaments in his knee? And Jameis Winston's what, like 15 years younger? Give me a fucking break. Put a fucking brace on it the way Brady did. Bandage your fucking knee up and get your fucking crippled ass out on the field, goddammit. These fucking pampered ass pussies.
No. That's not what we doing here. That's not what we doing. You're not gonna do that. No, hell no.
I mean,
that man tore his ACL. He tore his ACL on a play that shouldn't even been like that.
That's
why it got flagged.
Yeah, it was a horse collar. Yeah, but seriously, darn it, I saw the replay. The way that knee. Oh my god, that's a freaking nightmare right there. Yeah, of course.
That's why I'm getting on Ricky right now.
I don't even.
I don't want to hear that.
Personally, at this point right now, like either way. First off, a lot of shit went fucking on this weekend besides fucking all these major injuries. And I think King Henry is the more prominent injury out of all of it because...
Of course, kid, that is Tennessee.
Because that's Tennessee's Super Bowl hope right there. Okay?
That is Tennessee. Derrick Henry is Tennessee.
Exactly. The Saints can go out and the Saints can actually fucking sit there and wait for fucking Taysom Hill to come off a concussion protocol. He's been there for 3 weeks already. Or
Travis saying beat the Bucks.
Yeah,
Trevor
Siemian.
And
Trevor Siemian's going to remain quarterback.
And I will say this about everybody saying that that AP giving the Titans still a decent running game. Not even close. Not even close. If you would have gave me AP 4 years ago, I would say yes. At 36. He is a stubbed toe away from an injury to the IR.
No, you see, y'all don't understand the loss of Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had 280 more yards rushing than the second best person, and that was Jonathan Taylor for the Colts. 288 more rushing yards total in the season. He was already over 900.
I mean, now...
We just hit the halfway mark of the season. You're not going to replace that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Adrian Peterson is a name, I guess, but Adrian Peterson is past his prime.
When was the last time Adrian Peterson played in an NFL game?
Steve Waldman, we need you on that one.
2019, right? Because he didn't play last year, right? Oh no, he was at Detroit last year, wasn't he?
He might have been with Detroit last year.
But he's had no training camp. He's had no preseason. He's going to be sitting there for at least 3 weeks. So I'm not even. I don't.
We could talk about it on Saturday because it depends on how desperate they are.
Yes,
we can talk about
AP
it
did
on
play in
Saturday.
Detroit last year. Okay, but he still has had no preseason. He's had no training camp, nothing. So I don't expect to see AP on the field on Sunday. Sorry. Yeah, so that's all the trade talk. All right, let's get into some games here because I have some hate to throw around.
Oh yeah, it was a terrible week for you, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, I will have a picture that I'm going to post up in the middle of the show that I have a bone to pick with you, D.
I don't know why.
Yes, I do. Well, here it is.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
First game on the Sunday slate was the Bengals visiting the hapless just end the season Jets at MetLife Stadium and upset. Jets 34.
You know what?
Cincinnati 31.
I'm gonna give it to Bearman, even all those bit Cincinnati. But I'm gonna give it to Bearman because Bearman said, "You don't know what Mike White might do in this game." And sure enough, this man threw for 400 yards and beat the Cincinnati Bengals.
Do we possibly see a quarterback controversy now for the New York Jetropolitans?
No, after one game.
He is the first quarterback to put up 400 passing yards for the Jets in over like 25 years.
Bearman, what was your reason why you said don't overlook the Jets? Because you have never seen Matt White, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know what this man was capable of.
Yeah, and I was saying the same thing about Cooper Rush. That's what I don't get. Of course, everybody gonna blame, judge the book by the cover, And of course, those fans that are eating out, they're eating their words. They don't feel good. They ain't going to admit it.
We're not going to sit here and act like Matt White is going to take over the world. No, he took out the Bengals. Yes. Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, nobody's never seen him. Who do they? We'll find out more when we get to Thursday night because they got a pissed off team coming in there.
I will honestly just say this, that yes, a lot of people did say this was going to be a trap game. They did. A lot of people said it, but I will say that I really did have a lot more. I would say I had a lot more faith in what the Bengals were doing, and that, my friends, did not happen. Like I was flabbergasted about that whole.
Well, that whole division got turned upside down. Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at Mike White's numbers right now, gentlemen. 37 completions out of 45 attempts, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 405 passing yards, and as Mr. Ricky just mentioned, God knows how long it's been since there was a Jets quarterback threw for well over 400 yards.
I think it was since the 90s that they had a quarterback that had did that, and I can't even put Mr. Brett Favre in that deal either. Because, at that point, that was a horror show.
Next.
Okay. What I thought was going to be Game of the Week was definitely living up to the hype of Game of the Week. We had Indy hosting the Tennessee Titans. Final score in overtime, 34-31 Titans. And yes, Testaverde. That was the 90s. Because Testaverde is an old fuck. I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
Bearman, take this one off.
Yes.
Oh, Ricky is cruel.
Take this one off. You said Tennessee and Indy, right?
Yes, Tennessee and Indy.
I actually picked Tennessee to win this game.
Take this one off, okay? Take this one off.
All right.
No, take it off. You don't have to talk. I'm about to take this one. Ricky.
Yes.
What was the score in the first quarter?
I don't remember.
It was 14-0.
I didn't catch the beginning half of the game, actually.
You said 14-0.
14-0 Indianapolis.
14-0 Indianapolis. By the way,
Mhm.
I believe Michael Pittman caught both of those touchdowns, correct?
Yes, sir. He did.
Matter of fact, since you helping me there, man, can you go look at Michael Pittman's numbers for me and tell me what they are?
Oh, I sure will, Mr. Playmaker. Please tell me when you are ready, sir.
I'm ready.
All right, Mr. Michael Pittman Jr., 10 catches, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. If you do the math correctly, that's an average of 8.6 yards per catch.
That sounds about right. Both his touchdowns were short touchdown catches.
Well, touchdown's a touchdown, so let's give him
Touchdown's a
that.
touchdown. Okay. Carson Wentz threw those, right?
He did.
14-0, right?
Yeah.
How in the freaking hell do the damn Titans come back from that?
Well,
And they did not change identity. They did what they are.
They did what they are. But keep in mind, Darnell, it's 1 quarter. You have 3 quarters to go. That's all the time in the world.
No, Ricky. If you are a winning team and you fall behind double digits early, you're not supposed to come back because you can't pass the ball.
Again, you have King Henry.
Henry got hurt in the game.
He didn't get hurt until fucking overtime. Okay, first off, he is the linchpin of.
He got hurt before that. He just stayed in the game.
Yes, but he is the linchpin of their offense. Okay.
No,
you
right.
will ride the bus till it runs out of gas or it gets a flat. Okay. In this case, King Henry got a semi-flat, but still played the entire game. The Titans will always base their offense around King Henry. That is what wins them games.
They was down 14-0. What's Ryan Tannehill numbers? I mean, what was Ryan Tannehill numbers?
Oh, well, 23 for 33, 265 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. I think he had a
14-0
early on the game. That's how Indianapolis took the 14-0 lead. I believe he was off an interception.
Oh, Carson Wentz threw a pick 6.
Yeah, that was a pick 6.
Was it?
Well, it actually worked in their favor because they actually had more time than they would have had if he didn't score it. If you actually looked at it. Still a dumbass throw, but I guess when you look at the situation, do I take the safety and give them the ball, or do I just throw it and they end up getting the pick 6, but we get the ball back?
Well,
they got the ball back and sent it overtime.
Well, that was Carson. That wasn't Carson Wentz's situation. Yeah, I remember listening to this game in my car. You take the safety. That's what you don't take the safety, because if you take the safety, you have to punt. They would have to give the ball back to the Titans, and the Titans would have run out the clock. Either way, it was a judgment call. But but the problem is the Colts put themselves in that situation. A Colts fan would say it should not have come to that, and it shouldn't, because like you said at the beginning, you're up 14-0 early on. You should build on it, but the Colts obviously didn't. They obviously didn't.
By the way, I think we did forget one bit of news as I went to go through my notes for the show. So we have to switch back.
Switch back gears?
Well, yeah, we have to switch back a little bit on this because I did totally forget about this deal.
Oh, we're fine. We're on fire. We're doing good.
Yes. So, apparently early this morning out in lovely Nevada, Las Vegas.
See, I want to go and talk about it on purpose. That's why I ain't say it.
Well, no,
I don't want to talk about that.
We need to, because it does affect.
I'm not talking about that.
Why not?
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, it is tragic.
Yes, it is tragic.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, then I won't say nothing about it.
No, I'm gonna leave that to Phil Jones. That's why he's the correspondent for that team.
Yeah, Mr. Phil Jones.
All right.
Well, if there's one thing to say, is it safe to say that player, he's done for the season then?
I think he's done for his career.
Probably.
He's going to be done for his career.
It's sad, too, because the dude's he's in his 2nd year, and he's doing fine. All that potential, and one mistake. Well,
shows how immaturity in the NFL is a big thing.
Oh, man.
All right, to another game where Darnell's team didn't cover. We had the Rams at the Houston Texans. Final score 38-22 Rams. Darnell, go ahead.
I mean, wow, they didn't cover. People are upset because Houston got the 22. It was 38-0 when we took out our starters.
You still gave up 22 points. No wonder you
It
traded for
was
Von Miller.
38-0.
It was
No wonder
22 points in garbage time. It was garbage time.
It doesn't matter. That's why they traded for Von Miller. Admit it.
No, that's not why we traded for Von Miller. We traded for Von Miller because we thinking Super Bowl. Like I said, I'm gonna say that energy for Thursday for Ramley talk because something Bearman said I completely agree with, but I'm not gonna say it on here. I'm gonna say it for Thursday for Ramley talk.
Okay, still gave up 22 points.
We did what we needed to do. We smashed Houston. David Mills looked at trash. Okay, shout out to Ernest Jones getting a pick on his first career start. Thank you. You played very well, sir. That's a rookie. I like it. We did what we needed to do. We handled business. We gonna get ready for Sunday Night Football now.
I mean, Cooper Kupp is just building on that momentum. Just another fine game. 7 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
But I would say
Cooper Kupp's really. Is he right now got to be listed as the best receiver in the league
for this season? Yes, I would say Deshaun Jackson. We thank you for your short time with us in LA.
We have to speak a bit about that, Darnell, about Deshaun Jackson, because I would also think, why would he want out of Los Angeles? I mean, he's playing for his hometown team. He's on a team with Super Bowl caliber. I mean, why would he want out?
He's not getting any playing time.
Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson.
All right. I guess
those are our top 3 receivers.
He's not
you
getting any
factor in
playing
Tyler
time.
Higbee. You got to factor in Tyler Higbee on that as the tight end receiver.
He's like their 5th guy on their depth chart.
Okay. I mean, that we say it like that.
I would personally love to keep him because he is a deep threat. He showed that. But Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, and those are the type of receivers that fit our offense. All of them are the same type of receivers. They run every route. And they get open in these routes.
In this case, it's Deshaun Jackson doesn't just want to sit there and get the ring. He wants to play.
Yes, he wants to contribute. I don't blame him for that. He wants to contribute to a team that's winning. You can't contribute to a team that's winning when all the receivers are exactly the same. Every receiver can run every route and get open on every route.
I'm sorry. I think he's expired milk. I don't. If he was that good of a player right now, and the Rams go 4 or 5 wide, he would have been in their passing tree. He's not in there anymore.
That's true.
He's done.
We don't go 4 or 5 wide. We go 3 with a tight end. That's what we do.
But again, if he was that good of a player at this point in time in his career, he would have seen more playing time. But he's not. Right.
But you have to look at it. You have to look at this, Bear Man. Look at our offense.
Yeah,
our offense was like this last year with Jared Goff. Our offense was like this when we went to the Super Bowl. Our offense was like this. Cooper. Every time you turn around, who was open? Number 10, Cooper Kupp. Who was open? Robert Woods. This is what these receiving core do. They run routes and they get open on these routes. Now you have a talented quarterback now who can launch it deep. So when you can hit that 20-yard in route with no problem.
Makes sense.
Deshaun Jackson, you use Deshaun Jackson for the deep threat. You want to throw a bomb, you can do that, but we really don't have to throw bombs like that.
Did Deshaun Jackson play on special teams? Because I know that he excelled in his early years. He excelled as a punt returner.
No, he wasn't on special teams. He had Tutu Atwell for that. And by the way, he's done for the season because he's having shoulder surgery.
Who?
Our rookie Tutu Atwell.
Okay, so Deshaun Jackson was just a reserve player.
Yes,
that was buried in the depth. Okay, I mean now that it makes sense because I didn't think about it too much because I had forgotten just how deeply loaded the Rams offense is. I mean, when there's an offense with that much talent, you forget everything that's going on. There's all that rhythm.
You hear Deshaun Jackson, you hear the name, but you have to look at the roster.
You got to look at the roster. Yeah, exactly. It's like the Cowboys wide receiver core. Like Cowboy fans forgot about Michael Gallup because there's not just Amari and CeeDee Lamb. There's that dude Cedric Wilson, who I've been saying many times is actually a good player, and like that. So when there's all that talent, it's some players just want to go out and play. They don't want to just sit there and get paid to do nothing.
Yes, we're going to talk about this.
I guess you want me to start it off for you since you don't.
You go for it because in my head I'm screaming one name, Case Keenum. Go ahead.
Pittsburgh Steelers was at the Cleveland Browns. 15-10, the Pittsburgh Steelers take the win in Cleveland. Pittsburgh and Ben Roethlisberger still own Cleveland. By the way,
Overall,
Bearman,
yes, they do.
Bearman, how many targets did OBJ have in this game?
Oh my!
How many targets?
I'm actually looking at it right now. Well, he only had one catch, but I forgot how many targets.
Can you slide it over and see? It should tell you how many targets he had. He had one catch though, right?
Yeah, he had one catch for just 60 yards.
What? They don't tell you how many targets he had?
Well, let me double check. Your computer's just being a little No, I'm a little bit. Nope, that's weird.
Give me a minute. Oh, I'll get
Not here. Well, I just don't pull up ESPN because those annoying commercials are just gonna. Let me see.
Right, he's doing that, Ricky. They did get Nick Chubb back, right?
Nick Chubb did come back. Yeah, I think he did.
And apparently it didn't help.
Baker Mayfield did play, right?
Like garbage. And like I said on Saturday, he shouldn't be fucking starting. Where was my fucking Case Keenum? God damn it!
I mean, Ben didn't look that good. There was a Najee Harris show, if I remember correctly.
Because it's about time that they actually can get their running game going.
You know, Ricky, based on how you said that, I know you want to cut a heel, you want to cut a promo on the Cleveland Browns right now.
Let's just get this straight, okay? Now, in comparison to the two, okay?
Okay, I got your answer, by the way, Darnell.
Got
He only had one target.
One target for one catch. But who's the number one receiver in Cleveland?
Landry.
Did he play?
Yes, he did.
I don't think he played.
Yes, Landry played.
Landry played. Yeah,
I think
so Landry's the number one and OBJ's the number two?
He had one rush for 5 yards and he had 5 catches for 65 yards with 10 targets.
And OBJ had one target?
Yeah.
How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other guys had more targets than OBJ. And yet he's still in Cleveland. Lick a nut, OBJ.
Gentlemen, there's a big debate right now going on within fans because 50% of fans believe OBJ is washed up and finished as a player, while others just say he's just in Cleveland. He's in a bad environment.
This is the 4th year in a row OBJ has gotten hurt. Has not anybody understood this?
Yeah, you can take that because he's correct there, man. But let me ask you this question: Matthew Stafford. Did people believe in Matthew Stafford?
I did,
but
no. You said people say they don't believe in OBJ, right?
No, it's a 50% thing, which as you know, I'm not on either side. I just want to, because from perspectives, these are all theories, and like I said, I can't go on a theory. Some people say he's washed up, some say he's not. For me, I don't know what to say about OBJ because Mr. Ricky said the dude keeps getting hurt.
But ain't those same people that didn't believe in Matthew Stafford because he spent most of his career in Detroit?
Well, the problem is,
and now they seen
case. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And now they seeing like, oh no, what Matthew Stafford did in Detroit was not on Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is doing the same thing he did in Detroit. Y'all just didn't pay attention because he was on Detroit.
Well, everybody likes to pick on Matthew Stafford. I don't know why. Matthew Stafford has always been a talented player, in my opinion. Here's the problem, Darnell. I've spoken to you about this, and you praised me for saying this. Matthew Stafford did not. Okay, the weapons he has now with the Rams, he never had that in Detroit. He never had an offensive line protecting him. Matthew Stafford, for God's sake, he was a freaking punching bag, getting hit all the time.
But yet, Matthew Stafford put up Hall of Fame numbers in the time that he was in Detroit.
Every year or a few years?
Look at his career numbers.
Look at his career numbers.
If he had any glimpse of a defense in Detroit, that team probably would have gone a ton further than what it was. Stafford made that fucking team run for the 9 years that he was there. Look at the fucking receivers that he had the last 5 to 10 years of him being in Detroit. He had Megatron.
Only one's a Hall of Famer.
He had Megatron, okay?
Yeah.
There was a big gluttony of everybody leaving Detroit this year, or coming into this year. Galladay, the receiver that went to Jacksonville.
Marvin Jones.
Exactly. He had weapons. The team just couldn't get out of neutral. Now Stafford's got weapons. Detroit don't have any of the weapons that were there, and they're 0-7.
0-8.
0-8. Let's not put that on there. Stafford's career numbers are actually really good. They are actually really good.
They are.
So we can't shit on Matthew Stafford.
We can't.
The problem that we're looking at with OBJ is this, okay? Every year, he's got an MCL injury, an ACL injury, an ankle injury. Guess what? Last 4 years of his career, all of those leg injuries have put him behind. He is not the same receiver he was when he was with the Giants, year 2, year 3, so on and so forth. Let us not, I'm not putting any Pampers on OBJ. I'm not giving him any bubble, nothing. He is not OBJ when he got into the NFL. The injuries have taken his toll. He can't get open. Baker Mayfield don't want to throw him the ball. He is a liability. He is a liability. When they traded for him,
Baker Mayfield is too.
When they traded for OBJ, the Giants were like, fuck you. Thank God you took this panty waste off our team, and we've turned that into Jabril Peppers and 3 other players that are now still currently on the Giants roster. The Giants stole that trade.
They did.
Stole it.
Stole it. Big time. And Ricky, the way you say about Matthew Stafford, remember when I told you people would laugh at me for defending him? You justified my thoughts. So I hope that everybody who laughed at me about believing in Matthew Stafford just heard what Ricky said, because Ricky basically is going to make you words big time now.
Look, for the fact that even OBJ Cleveland didn't even get a trade offer for him, the league knows his career is fucked. His career is fucked right now. If they didn't even get a trade offer for like a 6th round pick for OBJ, he's fucked.
Stephen
stuck on there.
Is suggesting he goes to New England.
Yeah,
Mr. Waldman, it won't happen.
You get a 5-minute penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct in the box for saying that. Because if they got if Belichick would have traded for OBJ, I would have put all of my jerseys back in the closet.
Yeah.
And not watched one Patriots game for the rest of the year. He is finished.
One last question about Matthew Stafford, Ricky, if I may. Was the problem also in Detroit bad coaching or bad management, like from the
play calling was not the greatest, for one.
Okay.
2, they had no running game even after they had drafted Kerryon Johnson, who got hurt the first 2 years of his career. That was supposed to be their third coming of Barry Sanders, and that obviously went in the toilet.
Big time.
Come on. Give me a break.
Yeah.
If you can give the guy the passing weapons, but you can't give him a running game, you can't give him a decent offensive line, and a defense that's fucking worse than Swiss cheese, you're not going to win very many games. But if you go again, look at Stafford's career numbers before this year, his numbers are through the roof.
Big time.
He's going to end up he's going to be the mirror image of Dan Marino, a guy who could possibly make the Hall of Fame and not win a Super Bowl. How about that one?
Like Jim Kelly.
So.
Jim Kelly been there 4 times, though.
Yeah, but still. Jim Kelly's the Hall of Famer who couldn't win the big one, but you know what? Who cares? Now, since we got dragged into Detroit, we might as well talk about this game next. Detroit and Philadelphia.
Is that the next game on the list?
Yeah, actually it is.
Yeah,
what a segue.
Hold on. I got a question. How do y'all two feel?
I feel like a fucking idiot. I feel like a jabroni. But Darnell, you got to give me credit. At least I'm telling the world right now. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm still telling the world I did pick Detroit. So at least I'm not going back. I'm not hiding it. So you got to give me that.
Listen, half the fucking world picked Detroit because they figured freaking Philly was going to shit the bed. Okay.
I thought that too. Yeah, I did.
I'm not even gonna lie though, but on my ESPN picks, I did pick Philly. I went the opposite way because I woke up Sunday morning and I'm like, why am I picking these fucking garbage loading fucking fur bearing animals who dressed up as football players for Halloween? Because they were down 38-0 before they had even decided to snip any points whatsoever.
You see what happens when I'm on the show and then Ricky gets to sit back and think about what was said on the show. It's like, you know what? I'm picking Philly.
Let me tell you, this may be the third.
I pick Philly on the show. I'm like, yeah, I'm picking a team that's not going to find a way to lose.
Actually, I woke up on Sunday and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm doing these picks from my phone. I don't remember any of the emails because I woke up in such a fog on Sunday. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to change a few things around here or there from the thing. And I read the email later and I'm like, yep, I didn't pick those teams. But I will say this, though. Detroit may be the first team ever in NFL history to go winless through multiple seasons in their team history.
I mean, imagine that. Imagine if they.
I mean, they've already been 0-16. Now they'll be the first one ever in NFL history to be 0-17.
I mean, do you see the score there, man? Do you see the score?
Yes. Dude, Darnell, I told you I sugarcoating nothing, bro. And I told you I don't feel ashamed that I'll say I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. I feel like an idiot because I fucking picked Detroit and they lost 44-6.
Here's
I'm not gonna hide.
But here's the ultimately scariest thing out of this entire game, and this kind of just put a little bit of a black eye on it, and I can't believe I just said it was a black eye because he's even fucking worse than I thought he was. Mr. Jalen Hurts' numbers for this game: 9 of 14 for 103 yards.
You know who came in the game, right? You know who came in.
Enter in for shit time, Mr. Gardner Minshew, with a perfect passer rating, 2 of 2 for 11 yards. Total passing for the game, 114 yards.
I didn't hear a touchdown though. I didn't hear a touchdown.
The only thing that touched down was their feet on the turf. That was the only thing that they touched down on.
So they still running the ball?
They ran for a total of 236 yards. Jalen Hurts was their leading rusher with 71. But they also had 3 other guys with double-digit carries. But that only totals for 28 points out of the whole Philly offensive show. And I'm going to probably say more of the fact that the defense won this game.
So what you're saying is Detroit got beat left, they got beat right, they got beat straight up, they got beat in all different ways.
They got beat up in every way possible.
They had their balloon knot tied with needle nose pliers. That's what they had. The
Detroit Lions they're like a jobber. Got beat like a jobber. Jared Goff got sacked 6 times. 6 times.
And I just want to mention this too before I answer Wade's question. Jared Goff had just as much yards passing as the Philadelphia Eagles had rushing. That's pathetic. Okay? That is pathetic.
It is. And the truth hurts, right, Ricky?
Well, the truth is going to hurt by the time we get to some of these 4 o'clock games.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, thank you for joining us. Is Adrian Peterson going to be worth?
No.
No.
I don't think so, honestly, Wade. I don't.
You'd have to pay me $100 to put him on my team.
You can come back to me in a couple of weeks.
I mean, Peterson could probably still have a good game or two, but as far as him being a franchise running back or him being, to be dependent upon, to have a fantastic game, more games like that than his prime days, no. Adrian Peterson's way past his prime. At this point, he's 36, so the biggest concern is even though overall he's been healthy. I mean, he tore his ACL like 10 years ago, but at this point, his body being older, I mean, he could be more susceptible to injuries.
Now, how about a game where the losing team is talked about more than the winning team? San Francisco 49 took the trip to Soldier Field to take on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. 33-22 victory for the 49ers. But, Bearman, Justin Fields was the talk, not the 49ers.
Well,
because people think that was his best game he has played so far.
Well, he did run the ball very good. He had 10 carries for 100. Well, he ran the ball 10 times, 103 yards and 1 touchdown. And when you do that math, that's 10.3 yards average. So, I mean, that's definitely something to talk about.
What was the passing game like, though?
But the passing game, though, 19 for 27, 175 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But so I guess overall, Justin Fields had,
that was his
an okay day.
That was his best game so far. Ricky, what? I didn't know a losing quarterback can get talked about so much.
Well, it's happened many times.
Well, it's not. Well, again, I still don't think he belongs on the field. First off, but I mean, his numbers significantly are better. However, the gameplay in itself. I really wouldn't sit there and say I'm going to give him 5 gold stars on, because, again, like, he still has a lot of growth to do in the NFL game. Yes, it is year 1 for him. It is his rookie year. We're going to sit there and say, oh my God, his numbers were so great. They're numbers, okay? His gameplay was not like a great rating. If he got a B-, he'd be okay. But he's not, again, he's not NFL ready yet. He's not NFL ready. I'm sorry.
Okay. Bearman, how did Jimmy G look?
Well, 17 for 28, 322 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. But check this out. On the rushing, Jimmy Garoppolo, 5 carries, 4 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, right. This was also a game that the Bears did not have Khalil Mack.
They didn't. Guess what? Guess what Jimmy G said? Trey Lance, sit your ass down.
He possibly has saved himself a job for at least a few weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Trey Lance, sit your ass down.
Well, the fact is, gentlemen, the 49ers, weren't they at 1.3-0?
No, they were 2-0.
They were 2-0. They were 2-0 and lost 4 straight. Yeah, they needed this win.
I'm not still impressed by both teams, because I believe at some points I think that the 49ers should be a little bit ahead of what they currently are right now. And they're going to be playing from behind. Obviously, you've got the Rams ahead of them. You've got the Cardinals ahead of them. The Seahawks are pretty much going to be riding the pine with them. But
speaking of which,
San Fran had a little bit more of promise this year, and obviously that's going to go by the wayside.
That pin in a certain body's finger is not in the finger no more. I mean, somebody's about to return
in about 2 weeks.
Oh, and
he's not eligible. He's not eligible to return till week 10 anyway.
Speaking of the 49ers, they're 0-3 at home,
which is surprising. That's the surprising thing.
Well, yeah, but the Seahawks only got their first win at home, and they were like 0-4. So
that's surprising too.
Yeah, and they finally got that, and they finally actually got that win. And we'll get to that in a little bit.
We'll get to that. Wait, we'll get to Monday night. Hang in with us. We'll get there.
Okay. I believe this is the last of the 1 o'clock games. No.
I think there's 2 more. I think Seattle and Jacksonville was another one of them.
No, that was 4.
No, that was 4.
So, we had a toilet bowl match down in the city of Hot Atlanta. Thank God Sam Darnold got hurt, because I'm tired of seeing him running around getting turnovers on the field. The season debut of Stephon Gilmore. Panthers win 19-13. By the way, Mr. Stephen Waldman has done the math for the Matt Stafford numbers before this year. He has a 62.9 completion percentage, 47,586 yards passing, 304 touchdowns. For a team that only had, 2 winning seasons underneath him? 3 winning seasons? So.
All right, so which one of us wants to feel some type of way because we all picked the damn Falcons?
By the way, hold on, I gotta get the cup, the barf cup. Okay, I feel better.
You feel better? Are you
We
sure?
all picked the damn Falcons.
Well,
We all did.
It just so happens, and I'm not obligated nor allowed to put the graphic up. But apparently, Mr. Matt Ryan had the bloodiest football hand ever throughout this game, and apparently that prohibited him from playing very well.
Oh, by the way, Calvin Ridley's not playing for the rest of the season.
Shout
out to him for taking a break and stepping away.
Yes, I was actually going to ask you if we could talk about that because I myself have more than my fair share of struggles with mental health, and what I saw on Twitter, I mean, I kid you not, gentlemen, that fucking made me mad. The people were calling him names. Like, people don't understand just how tough it is dealing with mental health struggles. Like, I struggle with mental health issues. It's not a joke, all right? So the fact that he's going to step away from football to focus on that,
people forgot he didn't go to London with the team because he had a death in the family.
Yeah, exactly.
They say a personal issue, but it finally came out he had a death in the family.
And when you have struggles with mental health, these kinds of things, it makes things a whole lot worse. I mean, you can fall into a depression just like that, and it's hard to get out of it.
I don't know who died, but maybe the death of that person triggered this for Calvin Ridley. Him stepping on the field wasn't the same because of the loss of a certain person.
Yeah, we don't know how it was, so it affects you. I mean, when it affects you like that, you can't focus, Darnell.
Listen,
this is gonna move on.
This is almost that same light as that Olympic gymnast that everybody crapped on her from running or walking away from the Olympics with all of that notoriety and all of the other things that are on the line. But again, what?
Before you go on, you talking about Simone Biles?
Yes.
Who stepped away and let her team take over? Who, by the way, one of them won gold medal.
So why are we going to shun somebody from walking away to take care of their personal business, and you still have 52 other guys on that roster that could still do the job? That's the problem with this. That is the complete problem with this. Okay? We as fans and analysts and everything else all say, "Oh, he's taking time off." Let him go fucking take some time off. Okay? If you're that fucking pussy hurt that he's not playing, then go watch something in a fucking cave, for Christ's sakes. Because the game, even though it is their job, we are all still human beings at the end of the fucking day.
Yeah.
Okay? We all bleed the same fucking color, unless we're fucking aliens. But we all bleed the same color. We all breathe the same fucking air. Leave the poor bastard alone.
Yes.
Sometimes people need more fucking time to grieve than others.
And I've been there, so I know what it's like.
Did Calvin Ridley playing in this game? No, not playing in this game. Is that the reason why they lost? No. 52 other motherfuckers couldn't pick up their fucking jobs and do it to their fucking capabilities that they let the fucking goddamn crotchless Carolina Panthers win this fucking game. Fucking assholes. Oh, now I'm all fucking angry again. I'm supposed to be angry. I should take my pills.
But going back to this game, sorry guys, I might have gotten emotional, but you know how serious I am when it comes to mental health. But going back to this game, what's interesting is both quarterbacks actually had less than 150 yards passing. Matt Ryan had touchdowns.
If Matt Ryan didn't fucking blow his hand up and it looks like a fucking goddamn red gauntlet, he probably would have been able to throw the ball a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, but the highlight from this, yeah, I picked the Falcons, and looking at the numbers, one thing one thing I got wrong big time, gentlemen. I don't know about you guys, but here's something I got wrong, a prediction about this game that I shit the bed on. You know what that is?
What was that?
That would be something that Mr. Darnell is very familiar with, Mr. Kyle Pitts, because I believe Kyle Pitts would have another big game. Instead, 2 catches for 13 yards. So I shit the bed with that pick big time.
Yeah, because guess who Stephon Gilmore was sticking?
And he had a pick in his first game.
He did. And you said Sam Darnold got hurt, Ricky?
Yep.
Well, what kind of injury was it?
It wasn't stated what the injury was, but PJ Walker finished the game out, and he was just as worse as Darnold was in the beginning of the game. And I believe they signed a former Rams quarterback to back up for PJ Walker now.
Okay. So I guess they must have run the ball the rest of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, might as well. Might as well.
What's the next game on the list?
Is it Buffalo and Miami?
Squish the fish! Squish the fish!
Squish the fish!
Nah. I can't go there.
By the way, this is another game where it did not cover.
Bear man, the Dolphins was fighting the Bills. It took the Bills to the fourth quarter to pull away.
It was 3-3 at half.
And the company came in there on a mission and almost pulled it out.
Almost pulled it off.
We like everybody else was like, man, this is Buffalo, man. Get out of here. No, Miami said, no, y'all must forgot. We coming in to fight. And they came to fight.
Yeah,
in the cold.
Somebody told the Dolphins that they were undefeated in Halloween. That's why this game was so close.
Like, Ricky, would you say that went about 10 rounds?
Like 15.
And the last 2 went to the Bills?
It was like 15.
15, and then the last 2 went to the Bills?
So the question that we just got asked about Dawson Knox in the comments. Dawson Knox is also on my fantasy team. He is also the player that knocked Darnell off of his undefeated perch in fantasy football. He is week to week right now. He is off the IR. If he gets limited practice, he may play this Sunday. If not, he'll be back next week.
I give Dolphins credit. They came to fight. I gotta give them credit. They came to fight.
I gotta ask you, gentlemen. Now that with the Dolphins being 1-7, would trading for Mr. Watson, would that have changed anything?
No.
At this point?
Not at all.
Okay.
Because their defense
is a reason why they didn't trade for Deshaun Watson.
Because Tua is their quarterback. Oh, Brian Flores is getting fired after this year. Mark that one down.
I mean, obviously he will. He's 1-7. Yeah, but for me, I was really monitoring this game closely because Josh Allen is the quarterback on my team. So I was thinking, I was like, he's not getting me the points he usually does, but then he finally did in the fourth quarter. But because like Darnell said, the Bills finally came alive in the fourth quarter. I mean, the fourth quarter was the part to look at because the Dolphins had 8 points and Buffalo had 16. So yeah, that's where the game finally came.
Yeah, it was a horror show in itself. All right, so I purposely prepped this for this segment to split it up a little bit. This is gonna be fun. So this is where we have our new disclaimer for the show. This is our straight up pick'ems for the year so far. Through week 8, which is technically kind of before the midway section of the season, because now we play 17 games, like a bunch of palsy victims doing brain surgery with a pipe wrench. So, Darnell, here's my bone to pick with you.
Oh, that bone. Oh.
There have been.
I'm literally 2 weeks behind.
Yeah, you are legitimately like
I'm literally
2 weeks behind.
I'm literally 2 weeks behind.
Who is at a ripe 58-36 with his 2 weeks behind. Because we've played 120 games in the NFL season so far.
I don't need to win that. I want somebody else to win that.
The Bearman is in fourth at 78 and 44.
He's a week behind.
Okay, no, this week right here, this bad week really hit me right in the face.
Actually, he's got 122 games there.
Yeah, I say you about like you're some games behind.
And
when we say games behind, Bearman, we talking about didn't make the picks. That's why I'm 2 weeks behind.
I was 70 points behind, by the way, from Mr. Jay McSwain, and I have
good guy, by the way, great guy.
I have come back.
He's actually one of our loyal listeners. Sorry.
I have.
Well, Riza, right now, Ricky is trying to stop him from winning a prize right about now. So, and my sister.
Well, I did tell Mr. McSwain, you might beat Ricky at first, but at the end, Ricky never loses.
I am a whopping 85 and 35 for the season on ESPN, by the way. But here is where the disclaimer comes in. There has been news that was given to me that I have currently found out that people have decided to try to make money off the show. As of this week, we are putting the disclaimer on there that if a certain someone does go and make money off of us, that actions will be taken. I have spoken to legal people about it, and these picks are made for fun. Okay, again, this show is done by fans for fans. Okay, and if you go to decide to make any picks and you use our advice, then there should be some type of supplemental thing happening, because being taken advantage of is actually, in this business, for the betting parts, is against the law. So just know that if you go to try to do that and we catch wind of it, we rightfully can take action, or you can monetarily throw us a bone. I mean, that's how that kind of works. So just know that for future episodes, we will have that disclaimer put up for future shows after tonight. So that had to get out of the way.
Yeah. Thank you, Ricky.
So now the next game, we're at 4:00, and man, I jinxed myself.
I like how you say that.
I jinxed it because I call it every time. I bet against my team, and they win.
It
From
didn't
this
work.
point-
It didn't
from
work.
this point forward,
It didn't work 2 weeks ago, buddy.
From this point forward, I officially don't like Ricky.
We have now officially.
Because you picked the Chargers on purpose.
Yep. I knew it was going to happen.
From now on, every time you pick against New England, I'm picking New England.
What? Well, let me remind you.
From now on.
2 weeks ago, that did not work on Ricky.
From now on. Every time you pick against New England, I'm picking New England. Because, damn it, I was saying, if I'd have picked New England, I bet they would have lost. I bet they would have lost if I would have picked New England.
I don't care. My team is now back at 500.
And yeah, I was like, can New England make a playoff run? Can New England make a playoff run? I'm like, God damn, they only had 500.
Yes, but you see now they have shown the NFL that a team like the Chargers, can pressure Justin Herbert big time, because they put him on his ass. They did not do a great job at shutting down the run, but New England's running game is now starting to take off, which is good.
Oh, big time.
I'm happy with that. And I will say this: is shout out to Mr. Mac Jones, our starting quarterback, who came out after the game at the post-game conference and said, yeah, I didn't do a great job with this game. My teammates covered me. I need to get better at handling the pressure and reading the defenses and throwing the ball better. So for a young quarterback to come out and say that week 8 after a 3-point win, I give him tons of props. That's what I got to say about Mac Jones.
I can't stand y'all.
Y'all.
I can't stand New England.
Well, I
literally
got this. I
can't stand New
mean,
England.
I will take responsibility for not having too much faith in New England because I did pick the Chargers. Apparently, I guess one might say, yeah, I really am. You know, obviously, everybody knows I am a fan of Justin Herbert, and you know, I guess the last 2 weeks just haven't been too kind to him. You know, it's part of the building process. You know, there's times you're going well, you think everything's going fine, you fall back, but you get back up. So Justin Herbert has fallen down and he's gonna get back up. But you know the Chargers, you know, were 4-1, now 4-3, so that does sting a little bit. But there's still plenty of football left to play, and just keep your head up, and they're gonna be okay.
Go to the next game.
By the way, just to let you know, Justin Herbert has officially lost all 3 starts to the New England Patriots. That's the first time ever in NFL history that's happened.
It's almost like okay. I was gonna say, didn't Philip?
Who only played them twice?
Have?
Well, they also got smoked 45-0 last year. So
Yeah.
That's the only time he played New England.
but he's again. It's the first time that
You
that's
said
happened.
3 times. You said 3 times.
Kent Williams, what's doing? Stick around. We got your team to talk about. I have a lot of nasty.
Go to the next game.
I am on
I'm sick
the.
of-
I am on the next game, by the way.
I'm sick of New England.
Mr. Williams.
I have some comments on the Chiefs coming up, but we first have to talk about the reconstructive jaw surgery, Mr. Geno Smith versus the new shiny toy in Jacksonville. Jacksonville losing 31-7. Seattle's first home win for the year. I believe they're now currently 1-4 at home for the season, which is pretty bad to say. Again, this is not one of the games that touched my TV at all. Anybody want any comments about this? Because I know you said you picked Jacksonville.
Ain't nobody picked Jacksonville.
No?
No, but everybody picked Seattle.
Oh, okay.
I picked
Hey.
Seattle.
Why nobody finna pick Jacksonville to go to the Pacific North and beat the Seahawks? Come on.
Well, I do have a comment. May I, gentlemen?
Go ahead.
Well, Geno Smith, 20 completions out of 24 attempts. That's actually very good. 195 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
It's the Jaguars.
Yes, but
But,
what was
okay.
what was his average yards per pass?
I don't see it from here.
Because he only had one good pass play the entire game, and I believe that was like a 65-yard bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So how good was Geno Smith's numbers after
It's-
one of those
Yeah.
numbers was on that play?
It's the Jaguars.
Who's still now fighting the Detroit Lions for the #1 pick in the NFL. Oh, wait.
Move on.
I forgot. They're also fighting the Miami Dolphins, too. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Move on. It's the Jaguars.
Somebody give me the snoring button, please, because this one was the...
Well, I got to answer Ricky's question. About 8.1 yards average.
Okay.
But-
You
That's
still want to answer the question.
sad enough.
It's the Jaguars.
Okay, and wait. Should
Ricky,
I'm not...
still Ricky.
I'm not-
I got to answer it.
We're on the Washington Denver game now.
And who picked the football team?
We picked it on the show, but I didn't pick it on ESPN.
No, who picked the Washington football team?
I think we all did.
No, we didn't.
I don't even care.
Oh no, you on this out on your own, buddy.
Listen, I could.
Me and Alice picked Denver.
Again,
nowhere in the world.
I didn't pick them on
We was
ESPN.
picking. We was picking the Washington football team.
I flipped that one around when I was fucking doing my picks.
Well, Darnell, this question's for you, brother. Didn't Washington miss like 2 field goals in this game?
Man, Washington missed a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, because our
Only
friend,
thing Teddy had to do was score 17 points. That's it.
I think them missing the plane was the best part of the game because they didn't even show up.
We already talked about Von Miller going to the Rams.
Listen, they didn't lose anything. They just took the majority of the Rams draft picks for next year.
No, only took 2. What are you talking about?
It'd probably be more than that. Somewhere down
No,
there.
it's only
did Von
2.
Miller actually play? Did he actually play in this game?
Listen, Von
Yes.
Miller. Listen,
No, he
Von-
missed this game.
Von Miller is not a loss. after the first 3 games that the Broncos had, where they beat teams that were 0-9, his fucking numbers went in the toilet. Believe me, Denver's not missing anything.
Absolutely not.
They are not missing a damn fucking thing.
I mean, tell that to all the Cowboy fans that were cheering about this, thinking like, yeah, if it's not there anymore, it's gonna.
Yeah. And then who does Denver play next? Exactly.
Dallas.
Don't answer that question.
Already did.
That was a rhetorical question. You got to know when it was a rhetorical question.
Well,
right.
yeah. Well, the problem is I answered too early.
Okay. I don't even want to talk about this game anymore.
Yeah, because you're the only one that picked the Washington.
Congrats to Kurt for the Denver Broncos winning and then trading away their Hall of Famer. That's all I can say about that.
Darnell, I don't think Ricky's now talking about Denver. I think he's talking about. Are you talking about Tampa and New Orleans?
That's the next game. The probably most surprising game out of all of this.
Probably.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The Jets is the most surprising one out the week.
Mr. Thomas Edward Brady has now
what
not beaten.
What did the New Orleans Saints did to them last year?
Again, he has not beaten the Saints in the regular season as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Exactly. That's why it's not surprising.
Embarrassing is that?
That is not embarrassing. The Saints have a defense.
Trevor Siemian beat Thomas Edward Brady. Who would have thought that?
How many picks Tom Brady threw against the Saints?
2.
What was the problem last year against the Saints with Tom Brady?
Couldn't play well.
Is it the same thing that happened Sunday, right? He didn't play well, right?
Sure.
I don't want to hear nothing about this is the most surprising. No, what the Jets did to the Cincinnati Bengals was the most surprising thing because we didn't even know who Mike White was.
No, the New York media blew him up as a stud. So
look at that, Ricky. Darnell cutting a promo.
I don't want to hear that. The Saints did this Tom Brady last regular season.
But the New York
this ain't nothing new.
The New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals didn't come out and outright say it. We'll see you in the Super Bowl next year. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, look at me. I got Gronk. I got Brady. We got the whole entire team. The whole entire 53-man roster's back. We're winning the Super Bowl.
When the last time Gronk played?
They took one in the ass.
When the last time Gronk played?
Again.
The Rams?
Now we're gonna say the reason why they lost is because Gronk hasn't played.
No, you brought up Gronkowski. You brought up Gronkowski.
Again.
So when was the last time Gronk played?
The entire starting team, offensive and defensively. Oh, we're coming back. We're going to see you in the Super Bowl. We're going to win. We're going to win another Super Bowl. And they took one in the ass again.
Bearman.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do recall there was one person on the show who kept talking about the secondary being banged up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that secondary still banged up Sunday?
Yeah.
When the last time you seen Gronk? I believe week 3 when he had to come to the Rams and he took that spear from Ernest Brown.
Yeah. But you know what? The Buccaneers still did good without Gronk, right?
Like I said, and last year the Saints defense is still the Saints defense. Did I miss anything from the Saints defense? Did they miss a big piece that I'm missing from the Saints defense, or is everybody from the Saints defense still there?
Still there.
So do you expect the Saints to be competitive, right? Ain't nobody walking to that game was thinking, "Oh, Tampa Bay finna run over the Saints." Are you crazy? No, this is a divisional game, and the Saints own the Buccaneers in the regular season, and that continued Sunday.
Again, for a team that said, "Oh, we're gonna fucking stomp everybody and go to the Super Bowl," look what happened again. Sorry, Nick. Sorry, Nick. But we're gonna bury that.
Look at Kansas City.
Listen,
Kansas City made the same claim.
And look what happened to them. And they're coming up at 2 games. 2 games.
I don't want to hear nothing about, this is the most surprising. No, the Saints do what the Saints does.
I mean, that pick 6 that Tom Brady threw, I mean, that's pretty humiliating.
So much for playing to the age of 50, huh?
Didn't he do that last year? Didn't he throw a pick 6 against the Saints last year?
Yeah.
Exactly.
In fact, no, I think he threw more than one. I think he threw 3. He threw 2 in New Orleans and 1 against them in Tampa.
So I guess the Mercedes Superdome is Tom Brady's kryptonite.
No, the New Orleans Saints as a whole against Thomas Edward Brady on the Buccaneers is defeated.
His kryptonite.
Yes, and for some reason my camera is going bananas. It just fucking went crazy.
Ricky, you see the nonsense Ricky talking to computer pro because he was talking so much nonsense.
It wasn't nonsense. He has not beaten the Saints as a member of the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers unless it's in the playoffs.
By the way, when he was a Patriot, even though he won, he had to fight like hell to win that game against the Saints. And that was at Gillette Stadium.
No, that was in New Orleans.
No, that was in Gillette Stadium. I remember because I remember I watched the game. They had to fight like hell to get past Drew Brees.
No. Well, then again, he's always had issues with Seattle too. But that's beside that. Okay, Sunday Night Football. I am letting the Bear Man take this entire segment.
Before you go, I'm gonna open it up for you, sir.
All right.
Cooper Rush.
In fact, you know what? I'm actually gonna go grab a drink from the fridge.
Oh, I'm gonna make Ricky mad. Cause you know what I did?
What?
When I found out Cooper Rush playing, I said I'm picking Dallas. I said once Dallas win this game because Kirk Cousins is gonna be Kirk Cousins.
All right, tell me when to take it away, Darnell.
Go ahead.
Well, you know what, Darnell? Because I called it, okay, and because you did praise me as Ricky did, I did say I still believe even if Cooper Rush plays, the Cowboys can still win it. I did say that, didn't I? I still put my team over. I still had faith in my team, even though I rarely do, right? No, you got to say it in the mic, buddy. The world's got to hear it.
Keep going.
Cooper Rush. Okay, you know what? And first of all, I want to dismiss these rules. Okay, Dak Prescott looked good, but you know what? At the end of the day, he looked good. You know what? Still, it's a risk. It's a precaution. But you know what? We did it, and everything turned out to be okay. This game, okay, obviously Cooper Rush started off not the best, a bit solid, but had the interception, which was actually an honest mistake on his part. Okay, but Cooper Rush stayed focused. The entire team stayed focused. But you got to give credit to that Cowboys defense because the Vikings, after that first drive, they would drive down the field and be only forced to sell for 3 points. That's something you got to give. Okay, now I'm going to jump up. The go-ahead drive where Amari Cooper scored, you know, the fact that the Minnesota Vikings burned 2 timeouts and actually got penalized for that, I was like, what the hell are the Vikings doing? What the hell is Mike Zimmer doing? Because right after that, the Cowboys score. And you know what? That's not even the highlight. And I'm sure Darnell remembers this play. It was third and 16, it was a third and long, but then that penalty, whatever they call it, the delay of game on defense, because remember, you can't call back-to-back timeouts on the same play. That's actually against the rules. I actually forgot about that, but I needed a reminder because you rarely see it. But Zeke Elliott, on a 3rd and 13, the Cowboys had to convert that or else it would be set for a field goal, and that would have gone overtime. Zeke Elliott, got past 4 guys for that first down, and after that, Amari Cooper took it away. Cowboys got it done. And the fact that Minnesota wasted those timeouts, and on Minnesota's final chance, couldn't get out of bounds. Cowboys would tackle him in. The clock just kept rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. I'm like, holy shit, this is something fantastic. And Cooper Rush finishes with 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. But there's one more thing, Darnell, because apparently on one drive, the Vikings get 3 penalties called their way, and they still couldn't score. 2 of those penalties were soft. Number 1, that was not roughing the passer on Kirk Cousins. That was a bullshit call. Number 2, Randy Gregory gets penalized for tackling somebody in bounds. Are you fucking? I mean, that's stupid. So the bottom line is the Vikings get it. They still don't score.
Hold on. I will give you the roughing the pass one, okay? But you want somebody to understand the unnecessary roughness. Hold on. I'm getting to that one because guess what? Remember the very next play? Veneris actually hit Dalvin Cook when he was out of bounds, and they didn't throw the flag.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's true.
So the unnecessary roughness cancels each other out. I'll give you the roughing the passer one. I'll give you that one. But the unnecessary roughness, they gave one to the Vikings and they gave one to y'all, so they cancel each out.
Okay, fine. All right, you know what? You're right. But
I don't think you're giving Cooper Rush enough credit, though.
Well, no,
I don't think you're giving Cooper Rush enough credit.
No, I'm not because I forgot to mention that game tying touchdown in the opening drive of the first half. I was on a 73-yard play, but you know what? You know why you need to give Cooper Rush more credit Well,
He didn't flinch.
He didn't flinch. Yes.
He didn't flinch.
I couldn't figure out how to say it. He was calm. I mean, it's more than he was just simply calm. He was. I mean, Cooper Rush he did something, and it's so mesmerizing. I couldn't figure out the proper way to give him credit, but I knew that there was something I was missing. I just could not exactly figure out how to say it because I want to put Cooper Rush over.
It's Sunday Night Football,
and
at Minnesota.
And get this, the Cowboys defense, you know how during Kirk Cousins' time in Washington, the Cowboys defense would bully him. And I would say this time they kind of did in a sense. I mean, they only sacked him once and he had no picks. But
they went on an opening drive and scored a touchdown.
Yards.
And for the rest of the game, they only scored 9.
Yeah. So on the opening drive, he bullied. But you know what? This is all right. You know what? You're not going to do this to us. We do this to you, buddy. You're not Captain Kirk. You're not going to beam around, buddy. But, Kirk Cousins had less than 200 yards. I mean, that's
I'm going to shout out Trayvon Diggs because Trayvon Diggs, you got beat by Allen Thielen. No shame in that. It's Allen Thielen.
Yeah.
That's no shame in that.
But you know what?
But you didn't hear from Allen Thielen or Justin Jefferson for the rest of the game. It's like, what the hell?
But Justin Jefferson was quiet all game. I think it was like 2 catches, 13 yards for Mr. Jefferson. 13,
yeah. Ricky!
Yes.
Now,
go ahead.
Ricky needs to confirm it.
No. This is where we gave the Cowboys praise. This is where Ricky trashes Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
What? That Kirk Cousins can't win in primetime? And only has like 2 wins ever in primetime?
Keep going.
Let me tell you something.
Because you actually said if that doesn't play, you pick in Minnesota. That's what you said.
Because you know what? It's Minnesota's actual opportunity to get back in the race in their division. Okay? You don't have Dak Prescott to worry about fucking torturing your team for 400 yards passing. Hello.
Gentlemen, one more thing. You know how you'd say it's Ricky to bury Minnesota? I've got my perfect way to bury Minnesota, and may I please, gentlemen?
And then I'll give you my little tidbit of history for the game.
Sure, but okay. First of all, thank you, Ricky, for letting me do this. I really appreciate this, dude. Back-to-back losses to a backup quarterback, Minnesota against Dallas,
who was also ginger.
Who was ginger? Hey, I brought that up. You got to give me credit for that.
Well, it is also the first. It's actually repeat history because there was an actual historic moment with this game last night on Sunday night. That it was the first time since last year that a quarterback with the first name and the receiver with the last name had a touchdown play.
A little coop-to-coop connection. But you know what's interesting? You know how Mike McCarthy is kind of known for a little bit of...
No, actually, you said that wrong. You said that wrong, Ricky.
Well, Andy Dalton threw to a...
Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
So Andy Dalton's last name
and
is
then it was Cooper Rush and
Cooper Rush to Amari Cooper.
So as I was saying, we all know with Mike McCarthy with the questionable play calling management, Mike Zimmer decided that he was going to actually do that. I mean, and I talked about this while you were gone, Rick. You remember that particular play where Minnesota called 2 consecutive timeouts and got penalized for a defensive delay of game?
Yep.
See, I was like, why the hell would Minnesota do this? They have 3 timeouts, and just like that, 2 are gone. I mean, I was like, dude, this is gonna kill Minnesota big time. Unless, of course, we have to settle for 3. But Zeke Elliott broke 4 away from 4 guys on a 3rd and 13. I mean, I told my co-host who's called Zeke. He called Zeke Elliott a quitter at the beginning of the season. You can't call Zeke Elliott a quitter now. That play right there, that was not quitting. That was Zeke Elliott playing football, and deserves praise for that.
That was again Dallas's rushing game picking up for the loss of not having Dak Prescott.
Well, it was actually a passing game. No, it was a short pass. Zeke Elliott caught it.
But you know what, though? Again, the running backs did a great job for them.
No. They didn't really run the ball. Dallas had a rough time running. Dallas had a rough time running. Cooper Rush stepped in.
I mean, that shot of his dad, as soon as the game ended, I mean, look at that. You're there. Your son's very first NFL start, and you were there.
You know what? We said running game, right?
Mm-hmm. And
not showing up, right?
Well, Dalvin Cook actually got. Minnesota's running game didn't actually show up too. So I feel like, you know what? If Dallas isn't going to be there, I guess Minnesota's not going to be there, and then I guess it's fair game.
Let's go to Monday night because
Yes, let's.
Ricky, if you can hear me, let's go to Monday night because
Oh, I'm here. I just have to turn my camera off for a minute.
Go ahead, bring up Monday night because
and I was just so worked up after this Cowboys win.
Speaking of running games,
is he still around? Is Kent still here? Where did Kent go?
The New York Football Giants took the trip to Arrowhead to take on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams need to win. Who's gonna win it first? Kansas City comes in favorite. We feeling Kansas City's not gonna lose back-to-back primetime games at home. They're gonna do what they need to do, handle their business, look like Kansas City, and do what they do. Bearman. Kansas City won, but nobody's convinced.
Well, Kansas City, boy, did they catch a lucky break. You remember in the closing minutes where New York supposedly had an interception, but it was called away because of an offside? Or was it an offside?
I'm gonna go a little bit further back than that. Because the New York Giants not only screwed themselves on that pick, but they also screwed themselves with a fucking 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct taunting penalty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know who. I can't think of the guy name, but that was just.
Was it Penny or something like that?
Yes.
You might have been Penny. Why? You caught the ball. You took it about 30 yards down the field, and half of it's gone away because you just had the.
No, the whole thing went gone. They got 16 and went back 15. And then the referees got the call fucked up in the beginning anyway because they still gave the Giants the first down.
It was after the play. That's why. It was after the play. That's what I'm saying. It was after the play, so the play stands. But you just gave it back because you wanted to show Kansas City up because Kansas City is not Kansas City. Why? Why? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't even understand why a Giants player would even have the audacity to taunt anybody because the Giants are not even a good team. You're not even on a good team, so what do you have to taunt about? Seriously, either way, you should know better. You're a grown man. You should, be better, act your damn age. But, but still, yeah, why? I don't get it. I mean, the Giants had their chances, and as Mr. Ricky said, they screwed the pooch or shit the bed. I mean, Ricky excels at both phrases. It doesn't really matter.
They did more than just shit the bed and screw the pooch. Okay,
but let's get to the real topic.
They showed that they are another team that is trying to figure out how to lose games again.
Let's get to the real topic here. I'm going to Ricky on this because Ricky is a football. And by the way, I'm enjoying the Manny's cast on Monday nights. I'm enjoying listening to Peyton and Eli. I can't
stand either one of them. Their big foreheads and their fucking damn accents.
Get over it, okay? Get out your New England feelings.
I don't like either one of them.
Now, because I'm sitting here watching the game, listening to the Manny, and I'm saying the same thing that they saying. Ricky, why won't Kansas City run the goddamn ball?
Because they don't have an offensive line. And then they go and trade one of their top offensive linemen to the Jets today. This season, the Kansas City Chiefs came in with 2 veteran linemen and 3 rookies.
Bearman, that is not the running backs for Kansas City.
That is not patching. But first off, that's not patching up their problem. What was the problem that they had in the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? No offensive line.
Yeah.
They couldn't run the ball, and they could not protect Patrick Mahomes.
No. When I'm watching the game, there is room to run the ball. Well, give me the running stat line.
Well, the running stat line. Well, let me start off with the names because I believe that's what you asked. A brother named Daryl Williams and Derek Gore. And I gotta ask, is that Frank's son, Derek Gore?
No.
It's not? Okay.
No.
All right. But just about 50 yards. Patrick Mahomes had 3 carries for 10 yards, but from the running back core, as you requested, Mr. Playmaker, a combined 24 carries for about 100 for just about 100 yards. Williams had 49 and Gore had 48.
What's the average?
Well, the average for both.
Williams had
about
3.8 and Gore had 4.4.
Well, we rounded, so
so you averaging 4 to 5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Run the damn ball.
Why are you going to run the ball when you got Patrick Mahomes?
But
you
there's
got
no
the
offensive
cheetah.
line.
You got Travis Kelce. It doesn't matter.
You just said they averaging 4 to 5 yards a carry, right?
Right.
The way the Giants were playing, they were playing pass. They was not playing run.
They were putting pressure on Mahomes like no tomorrow.
They
were playing a lot of stunts. They were playing. They weren't playing zone. They were playing man-to-man in the game. That's how you got. But again, this is how you mess up the Chiefs. You know
what
they have
tell you?
They have no offensive line. You can throw stunts, blitzes, everything else you want up there, and you can disrupt that entire offense. You play two-man coverage.
How do you counter a blitz? You run the ball.
Again, but if they also don't have their star running back, Mr. Edwards-Helaire, they're not going to do very much.
But if you average 4 or 5 yards a carry with your backups,
you got to admit though, they ran the ball 27 times technically.
No, they could have ran the ball for about good 40 times. The Giants was not playing run. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They was not playing run. They were playing pass the whole time.
Because they don't have any faith in that. They don't.
That's the problem.
They don't have. Again, they're also last in the league in rushing. Why are you going to run the ball if you're last in the league in rushing?
Pittsburgh was last in rushing, but what did they do against Cleveland? They ran the goddamn ball.
So now I gotta ask this, Ricky. Was it like both teams were trying to shit the bed, but I guess the Giants decided, no, we shit the bed, not you?
First off,
everybody,
including myself, said that the Chiefs should get right against the New York Giants.
That didn't happen.
Obviously, that didn't happen.
No.
But again, it also goes to show the fact, again, today's the trade. The trade deadline is come and gone. Okay, they just traded away a veteran lineman. Okay,
the Jets.
They just traded away a veteran lineman who has only, by the way, played one game this year, and that just so happened to be last night. He's not played in an NFL game since 2019 because he opted out last year during the Global Bastard. Should be no reason why he should have been punished like that to begin with. But then again, that's fucking Andy Reid. The offensive line is trash. Why are you not going out and finding pieces to put into an offensive line that is so goddamn porous?
Do you believe that this is going to haunt the Chiefs, Ricky?
It's going to haunt them.
What?
It's going to absolutely haunt them.
Here come Aaron Rodgers. Here come the Cowboys. Here come the Raiders. That's their next 3 games.
And let me ask you, what do all 3 of those have in common? What do all 3 of those have in common currently right now?
They have good offenses.
Top 15 defenses.
No, that too.
Top 15 defenses. Front 3 and 4s that are going to disrupt the trenches. This is why the Chiefs last night really should have opened up a lot more than what they did. And obviously, how many points did they score? 20. How many points were they averaging last year? 34.7. And what are the Chiefs averaging this year? Not even 25.
So it's back to obscurity for the Chiefs then.
Again, if the playoffs started today, the Chiefs would be 10th in the conference, and they'd be gone.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be gone.
C'est fini.
Okay? The Giants, again, they lose Tony to a thumb injury last night. That's his 3rd trip out of the game. You're not coming in with... They had no Saquon Barkley. They had no Kenny Golladay last night.
Darius Lane can't catch the ball.
Evan Ingram finally catches a ball for a fucking change, for a touchdown. Okay?
Oh.
His stone hands turned into non-stone hands.
What's his name?
Quicksand.
Daniel Sorensen? Why is you giving up the outside? Why is you giving up the outside?
Again, we're also talking about a Kansas City defense, okay, that has numbers across the board in the 30s. They are almost dead last in every goddamn category in the book. They are
You know the
lucky.
Giants try to trade him, right? They try to trade Ingram.
And obviously nobody wanted him because he's got freaking cement hands. Okay? The Kansas City Chiefs are probably, again, as typical, some of the worst defenses ever in the NFL for the last 5 to 6 seasons. They can't stop a sneeze. And the Giants only put up 17 points on them. The Giants are not that great defensively either, and Kansas City only put up 20. So now, again, what is the deal? What are we going to be looking at? Because now Kansas City is not a definitely good pick every week down the line for the next 9 weeks.
Not at all.
Not even close.
Recaps week 8.
But overall, Ricky, do you believe that this was kind of a contest? Like, yeah, the Giants saying, "No, we shit the bed. That's what we do, so we're gonna do it."
Again, by every right, the Giants were in this game, but they shot themselves in the foot so many times.
All right.
Okay? The offsides on the interception, key play in the fourth quarter. The taunting penalty, fourth quarter, sets them back another 15. They should be ahead 16. Okay? Another thing.
Daniel Jones taking a sack on third down with the clock running.
And let's not even friggin' say anything about running the ball, because the Giants, against one of the worst rushing defenses in the NFL, only ran the ball 20 times. Think of it that way. Now, how stale of a game was this on Monday night that I guaranteeingly enough, people only watched the Manning fucking stream to get some entertainment out of the game, because this game was a horror show from kickoff to the fucking 000 on the board.
You'd have gone insane. It seems like you would have gone insane.
You got your cup ready? You got your cup ready?
No, I'm actually not going to get my cup ready for this one.
That's how serious it is, right, Ricky?
Thursday night football. Is this in New Jersey?
No, this is in Indy.
This is in Indy. The New York Jets, the surprising win of the week, doing what they did to Cincinnati, traveling to Indy to take on, I believe, should be a pissed off Indianapolis Colts team, because they know damn well they should have beat the Tennessee Titans. Bearman, just in the season, or Carson Wentz?
I feel Carson Wentz.
He's not overreacting to the Jets. He's not overreacting to the Jets.
What do we always say about double-digit spreads?
This is a double-digit spread. Jeez, what's the spread?
11. Jets on the road getting 11. Now,
that should go down by Thursday.
No, it's not going to go down by Thursday. It's not going to go down by Thursday, regardless of whether T.Y. plays or not. Okay?
T.Y.'s in concussion protocol.
Can we, Darnell, can we play your favorite game here for a minute?
You want to lead it off this time?
Yeah.
You want me to do what I do best?
We can lead it off. Well, actually, you know what? You do it.
Okay. Quarterback, Mike White, Carson Wentz.
I'm going to say at this current point in time, a push.
A push. We're gonna get a close running back, because ain't nobody on the Jets can touch Jonathan Taylor. Okay, ain't nobody touching Jonathan Taylor.
Well, also let's also note that Marlon Mack did not get traded today, and we lost Alex.
We lost Bearman. Well, he gave his pick though, so.
Oh, he's picking.
All right,
he's picking Indy.
He's picking Indy.
Okay.
All right, then let's see. Wide receivers. I'm thinking Colts. I like Michael Pittman Jr.
I don't know, man. This is kind of a little bit of a rough one, because even though he lost his power, Bearman lost his power, so we'll have to go a little nuts on this.
Oh, we about done anyway.
I gotta say this may be a slight edge to Indy, but now the fact that they played Mims and Crowder and the status of Corey Davis is going to be a question because I don't think he's playing this weekend or this Thursday. It's possible. I would give Indy the slight edge.
You'll give Indy the slight edge. Slight edge, okay. Defense.
Oh, as of late, I probably have to go after this Cincinnati game. I probably would have to go with the Jets.
Okay, he's going Jets.
I probably would have to go with the Jets because they look. I mean, granted, they've except for the Patriots games that they gave up like 80 points this year. They played well against Cincy, the defense, and they gave the Tennessee Titans a run for their money. Although again,
they beat the Titans.
Again, they gave them a run for their money. So I don't know. Maybe the Jets actually.
That was weak there, Henry.
I say they can probably fortify it, especially if they do have CJ Mosley running around, who's a very big key to their defense.
Frank Wright, or Robert Salah.
I hate to say it, but I think Reich may be on the hot seat. Oh, and the Jets just got an offensive lineman to protect their quarterback now. That's a big key because they had nobody on the left side. That's why they traded for him. Traded a no-name tight end for a starting offensive lineman.
Gotcha.
Again, I remind everybody before I put this pick in that if you do care to use our advice, you need to compensate for the advice. I am going Colts, but I am taking the Jets with the points.
He's going Colts. That's 2 for the Colts at home. By the way, they did lose at home to the Titans. So, but I don't see the Jets going on the road and winning. It might be a competitive game. Hey, for some reason, these Thursday night games are becoming competitive.
Oh, I'm still undefeated in Thursday nights, by the way.
No, you're not. You picked Arizona.
Oh yeah, that was my first loss. Okay, so I'm still 7-1.
All 3 of us picked Arizona.
Yeah, I know. That was sad.
And Aaron Rodgers put Aaron Rodgers told all of us to shut the hell up.
Yeah, that was sad. By the way, I didn't know that news there that the Titans also released one of their starting linebackers.
Yeah, Avery Williams. I'm going Colts. I think it's gonna be a competitive game, but I think Carson Wentz he got to rectify what he did, and I think he's going to do that against the Jets.
I'm still a little weirded out the fact that he's kind of forcing the envelope at the end of games. That Titans game this weekend, he forced the envelope. He really shouldn't have.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. And that will get us started for week 9. And then Saturday, we will be previewing the rest of week 9. And I will be in Miami to do so. By the way, I'm gonna talk to you out there because Bearman told me to ask you something about Saturday.
Well, by the way, we do. We have an update for Saturday. By the way,
what's that?
Showtime is getting moved up on the clock for Saturday. Due to previous engagements. So I think we're going to be on at either 5 or 5:30 on Saturday. I can't play the breaking news update because it doesn't work for this show.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Tomorrow, 6:30. All the same platforms you're watching. Myself and Bearman. We finna talk college football. And when I tell you, you ain't gonna want to miss this because me and Bearman is finna go off on some people. The college football pools are out. And Ricky, you got white guy anger, but you might get some different type of anger from me or Bearman tomorrow. Because when this post came out, oh yeah,
I will make sure I wear earplugs for the show tomorrow.
Oh yeah, because we going in tomorrow. We are going in tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm wearing earplugs tomorrow. You guys can all kiss my ass.
Oh, I mean, yo, you tomorrow. That's what I gotta say. Tomorrow, 6:30. Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
All right.
Because I definitely got some words for the college golf committee.
So on the behalf of Bearman and the Playmaker, this is the Prez. This is ArchRivals. See you guys tomorrow. I believe that's 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard.
6:30.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Praise up, sis no.
Hey, did you like that show? Like, share, follow, subscribe. Share out our shows to all of your social media. Need merchandise? Check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merchandise at great prices. Tune in next time for another edition of ArchRivals Football, and we'll catch you on the flip side.